Hello, my name is Aquila, the traveling tutor, and also the executive director of Learnplistic Tutors. Learnplistic Tutors specializes in helping struggling learners in kindergarten through sixth grade who are struggling in reading, math, and writing. We here at Learnplistic Tutors use a strategic blend of shifting the students' attitude towards school and academic support and help with homework so that students are more confident in school and parents are less stressed. On this YouTube channel, I will be sharing with you my chronicles as a tutor, different strategies I use during the session, so then you can go use these strategies with your kid at home, or if you're a tutor, you can use these particular strategies when you are working with a student during a tutoring session. So today I worked with a elementary student, uh, and he was very full of energy. He was very extremely smart, very bright, but very full of energy. And so I am so glad that when I came to the tutoring session, I brought with me my bag of tricks because I definitely needed all the tricks I had in my bag for this particular tutoring session. Like I said, he was very smart. So this was my first time working with this particular student. And so, as I do with all my first sessions, I build rapport, get to know the student, and I also do different assessments to find out what the student already knows. So, since he's elementary school, second grade, I did assessments, find out what he knows as far as phonemic awareness, which is sounds, different assessments to find out his phonics level, vocabulary, rhyming, to find out how well he can rhyme words. Does he understand syllables, how to take words apart and put them together? But before we can even get into any of that, he was a student who could not sit down. So, what I did was make sure I infused breaks into the tutoring session. So, we started off the tutoring session with Jenga. And fortunately, he loved Jenga. He was like, that's one of my favorite games. I was like, super, because that's what I brought with me, among other games. But we started off with Jenga. And this Jenga game was a little bit different because the blocks were different colors. Some of the blocks were blue, some of the blocks were yellow, some of the blocks were red. And each colored block represented a different type of question. And these were all get to know you questions. For instance, some of the questions: what is your favorite hobby? What is your favorite sport? What is your favorite TV show? What is your favorite food? So, depending on what color block he pulled, depends on the type of question that he answered. So, we started off the session, of course, setting rules and expectations, but also so that he can get to know me and I can get to know him. We started off the session with Jenga. And so he asked me a couple of questions about what is my favorite hobby, what type of books I like to read, depending on the color block I pulled. Then I also asked him a couple of questions depending on the type of block that was pulled. So it was a lot of fun. And then we got into the pre-assessments. And so how I set up the pre-assessments was that we would do the pre-assessments. We started off with phonemic awareness, and then we would take a 5-minute break. I would set the timer. The timer was very visual. He could see the timer, so he could see the time going down. And I would let him know that as the time went down, uh, and when the timer went off, then it would be time to get back to work. And that he knew when the timer went off, then it was time to clean up. So the first break, we played more Jenga. Then we went back to work, continued the assessment, working on phonics, rhyming, and I would set the timer for 10 minutes. We would work for 10 minutes. When the timer went off, then we would take a break, and then we would also go back and do more of the assessment, and then we will also take breaks. And that is how we got through a 6-page assessment. We got everything done that I had planned for that tutoring session and allow him to move, get out the energy, and he learned something new. He learned new skills. Learned new strategies. So it is very important if you have a kid at home or if you're a tutor and you're working with a student who is full of energy, bring lots of games. Find out what they like. Find out what they enjoy. Do they like soccer? Do they like soccer? Do they like basketball? Do they like watching movies? Do they like playing certain apps on the phone? Find out what they like and let that be a motivator. And that can be used during the break time. As long as you explain ahead of time what the expectations are and what should happen when a timer goes off, then let them work towards that during your work time. If you want to set it up so that they work for 10 minutes and then take a break for 3 minutes, but make sure they can see the timer and make sure the timer has a sound to it so that in case they're not looking at the timer, they can still hear it go off. And give them, while the timer is counting down, then give them a warning. Say, 1 more minute left. Or you can even do it at 2 minutes. 2 more minutes. As the timer ticks on, 1 more minute. 30 seconds. And then remind them when the timer goes off, it's time to clean up and get back to work. That is just one strategy that you can use as a tutor if you're working with a particular student or if you're a parent at home who is trying to get through homework, is to break up the homework in chunks and to set a timer that you can use. And like I said, make sure you find out things that they like, different apps, different games. And it can be a board game that they like. It could be a game on your phone that you like. It could be a physical activity that involves a ball. It could be just them moving around the room. It can be them going downstairs, them going outside. Something very simple that gets them away from the work in front of them, gives them a chance to refresh their brain and move. And therefore, you can get through all the homework for the evening. And if you're a tutor, get through the tutoring session. Well, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you found these strategies helpful. Please use them with your kid at home, or use them with the student that you are tutoring. Again, this is Aquila, the traveling tutor, and also executive director of LearnPlistic Tutors. Until next time, be safe and be blessed. Thank you.